We've just landed in Johannesburg airport. Jojo is meant to be picking us up here. So let's see if we can find him. You should see a Meeting the World sign somewhere. Getting very excited to see what will be on offer here. Anxiously looking. Jojo! Where are you? So found Jojo's colleague. We're going to get on the coach now and go straight to the hotel. Going on the coach. This morning brings us to the Sterkfontein Caves in the Cradle of Humankind. Our tour guide this morning is Becky. What are we going to see?
Inside the Sterkfontein Caves, so we're going to see the stalactites, the stalagmites, natural formations of the cave. We're also going to go through narrow passages, of which before we go through those narrow passages, we will see an underground lake. And there is an elephant chamber down there. The things that we're also going to see are the places where the fossils were discovered. So what we have to do now is just go and explore what is happening down there.
Exciting. Right. So how far underground are we going to go, Becky?
60 meters deep under the ground.
60 meters?
Yes.
Not too far.
The lowest point is where we do have an underground lake. No crocodiles are living down here.
Is there anything living down here?
Blind shrimps, scientifically known as the amphipods. They are whitish in color, 1 centimeter fully grown. They feed on bacteria inside this water.
It looks good enough to swim in.
Very good.
Yeah.
This white stuff on top, which is known as limestone. So basically this is what led the miners to the cave. They were looking for this limestone so that they could mine it out and use it to manufacture cement, sometimes extracting gold from ore. So it was in great demand in those times, 1896.
Looks like ice.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. How many steps have we got to get back up?
Back up, basically we've got 125 steps going back up.
Nice. And onto the narrow caves.
Narrow tunnels.
Narrow tunnels, okay. So I feel like I'm leading the way now, Becky. I'm an explorer, an intrepid explorer.
And these are the nice shoes to explore.
Okay, this cave here now is very tiny. I don't know how we're going to fit in here.
Let's try. Let me go in front. These narrow tunnels need to work hard for the day.
This is very small. Oh my gosh. So you take all the groups down here? A little bit scary, a little bit claustrophobic. Quite exciting.
What I like about these tunnels, they are one size, but they fit everyone.
Sure, everybody can fit into this. I'm glad we have you with us, Becky. So I feel we're really deep underneath here now. Are we getting more than 60 meters?
Nope. Basically now we are getting up.
Okay, this is getting small again. So some groups, they might want to be selective about what members come on this. Okay.
This is what is known as the cave walking.
It does feel like we're back in caveman times.
Yeah.
Walking on all fours. As you can see, I found my way out of the caves. I'm now enjoying the sunshine in the Marapang Hotel, where they have great conference facilities, not to mention this incredible view. Adjacent to the Marapang Hotel is the Marapang Conference and Visitor Centre, which offers 3 conference rooms to cater for up to 500 people. Underneath is a visitor centre where people can go to experience the history and elements of the world. Sounds intriguing. Well, that was quite an odd experience, but fun all the same. It just shows how much variety Gauteng has to offer and how important to the history of culture the cradle of humankind is. The Arden main complex, with its stylish mix of tenants, has quickly become a cultural hub since it opened here last summer, bringing some serious life into its previously neglected business district. The hub's main anchor is the celebrated artist, South African artist William Kendrick, and with his presence here he brings an elite selection of gallery owners, chefs and fashionistas right here into the hub. I'm going to interview a guy called Bradley Kirshenbaum. He's developed a label called Love Jozi, Jozi being short for Johannesburg. So let's go in and take a look at what he has. Hi, I'm Aoife.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thanks for showing us around a bit.
It's a pleasure.
So I hear Love Jozi and Black Coffee is you and your partner Jacques' brainchild?
Yes, yes. Well, Black Coffee's been going for about 10 years. Love Josi's been going for 5 years. So we've had this shop for about 2 years, and yeah, it's a great place to have a store.
It's very busy.
Yeah.
What makes Love Jozi a little bit special? What's different about this line?
Well, the label started off, it was just at a time when Johannesburg wasn't very popular on the world stage, and I created that graphic of the Johannesburg skyline, and I made a couple of t-shirts for myself, and everyone loved it, and then it just developed from there. And now what's happened is it's become it makes quite a comment. It's not lovey. It's not like touchy-feely love. It's more a real kind of love, a love-hate thing, and it's a relationship with the city that we have.
Oh, it's fantastic! And I've even seen people around the market wearing it.
Yes, I know. Well, since in January this year we became the operators of the market, and that's brought an unbelievable amount of feet. And that's also part of the intention, part of the ethos of the brand is to, just help bring some life back into Johannesburg City.
You like that?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And tell me a bit about Black Coffee as well.
Black Coffee is a high-end ladies fashion label. It's been going for 10 years. The designer is my partner Jacques van der Vat. He's shown at New York Fashion Week and Berlin Fashion Week. We showed recently in Lagos. It's now getting international recognition. He's a very cerebral designer, and his cuts he's a very sophisticated cut.
So you've got the funky fashion casual side here in Love Jozi, and then the high-end women's wear.
Well, Love Jozi, I mean, it started off as a purely a t-shirt brand. Now we've seen that the products with the graphics also translate quite well.
I'm now in our bus. We're on our way to Soweto, and I'm here with my tour guide, Seth Mazibuko, who's going to take us around Soweto and give us a background. Seth was one of the youngest student prisoners ever be arrested. He was in Robben Island for 7 years, so he's got a really, really interesting and exciting past that he's been filling us in on. It's incredible.
I wanted to bring in, as we're talking about Soweto, the World Cup. One of the things that happened in South Africa, which was big. The opening of the World Cup was here, and the closing. And this was the biggest show. It's one of the stadiums that was donated, if you can say, or was given to Johannesburg by the World Cup. You have now the calabash showing. And look at the shape.
I get what you mean.
And then look at all the colors. And the shape of the calabash is such that if you're a woman, you will be holding it like that. And then pass it, and then you take the first sip, and after that sip, then you give it to the head. This particular stadium is sitting and also connecting your rich and the poor, in the sense that just at the other side of the stadium is Soweto, where many poor people are. And then this other side is the CBD of Johannesburg. We're now in the real Soweto. This is the area where we are. Your low class, your poor that you say to Soweto is all about, is here. Some of the houses, like the house just here, has been turned into some little bottle store where people drink and play games. And at the same time, they stay in that very house. This is the area called Kliptown. There's history in it. The Freedom Charter that determines the policy of this country was also adopted here, but it's one of the very poorest areas. As you can see, shack dwellings and all those people stay literally in shacks here. And you find some of
see
these
that.
quite
And there's
a lot,
no electricity, no
no
water, no
electricity,
drainage,
no
nothing.
drainage, nothing.
Wow, and this goes...
It goes that way, and it also goes that, but you'll see that government now is trying to improve the area. Behind there are proper houses, and then that's where the government is trying to, you know, clean up the mess that apartheid caused. Thank you very much.
Well done. So we just finished a great tour all around Soweto with Seth. It was really interesting just to have him with us and see how his culture really is steeped right here in Soweto. Now we're going to see more of the modern side of the area, and they've rented out bikes for all of us to go around and see a little bit more of the city. Off I go. Excellent, this is very exciting.
The stones that you see here, the bricks that you see here, represent all the people who were killed in 1976. And some of them are known. If you look at some of them, they will be written unknown. And all the time when I come here, I always like to observe a moment of silence. Can I request that we do that?
So we've just left the Hector Peterson Memorial and Museum, where Seth gave us a really special and a really personal tour, which was really great. Where have you taken us now?
This is the most touchy part of the history of Soweto, and also actually from a personal also perspective. We are standing at the corner where the first shootings took place of 1976, where children were mowed down, you know, with bullets from the police, and where they were also, you know, dogs being let loose on them, tear gas. It was chaos in this corner.
Right here?
Right where we're standing. And the police were coming from behind. Students were marching this way, coming to this school that started actually the boycotts against the Africans. And the confrontation took place here. As they were throwing the tear gas canisters, the wind blew back to them. So they had to move to try and run away, and that is when they started shooting and letting loose dogs. The other thing beautiful about where we're standing, this is Vilakazi Street. We are going to be going now to Mandela's house and Bishop Tutu, the two Nobel Peace Prize laureates in one street.
I know, it's
so
incredible.
This street alone carries a big history.
Yeah.
International history, local history, and sad history, and happy history.
And personal history for you as well.
Maybe.
Okay, so we finished our bike tour around Soweto and we've ended up outside the Mandela house. We're going to get a quick tour inside. But Seth, can you give us a bit of background on where we are now?
The history of this country without Mandela is no history. And I also had a very personal, attachment to him. Being with him, I cooked for him.
You were
7 years on Robben Island. So we are going to see his house, his first house before he actually got arrested.
So we're getting really hungry tummies after today. So we've come to a traditional restaurant right here in the middle of Soweto, and Benny's here.
Yeah.
Show me exactly what everything is. What's traditional South African?
This is a dumpling.
Tumbling.
Cake flour bread.
Cake flour bread.
Yes. And this one is the mashed potato. This one is pap.
This is the famous pap that everybody's been saying I have to try. It's like hard porridge.
Yeah, it's like hard porridge.
Maize.
Yeah, maize porridge.
Water. Okay.
Very nice.
We're going to give this one a go.
I always have a
I better like this now.
You are a vegetarian, you're not eating this meat.
It means so much. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's been a pretty fabulous day. We started off in Arts on Main, where we got to see fashion, food, gallery owners. Then we ended up here in Soweto, where we did a bike tour around the city, and we had an amazing guide, Seth, who just gave us a really heartfelt and personal tour of the city that I think will be very hard to forget. Sham sham! I'm on the Spirit of Jen on the Vaal River. Can you guess what I'm doing? That's right, I'm on a jacuzzi at the top of the boat, enjoying the sunshine on a Monday afternoon. Right, this is really fantastic. Cruising along the Vaal River while you're doing your conference is something definitely a little bit different. I really love the space. We're standing outside the Liquid Living houseboat. It's a great alternative option for smaller conferences and meetings, and it's based here at the Emerald Resort and Casino Hotel. So we're going to take a look at it. It's another great option here on the Vaal River, the Trinity houseboat that we're on. This takes about 8 to 10 people sleeping, about 30 people for a meeting. So a nice little VIP boardroom group that you could do here. They can cater for breakfast, lunch and dinner, so you can have all meals as well. So nice little option for maybe a 2-day meeting. So I've decided to take some time out of my tour of the Emerald Resort and Casino. I'm in their outdoor spa area where you can get a massage or a facial and listen to the sound of the bush outside while you're getting it done. The last stop of the day is the Waterfront Country Lodge. It's a fabulous property that can sleep up to 36 people exclusively, as well as having fabulous conference and meeting facilities, great outdoor dining, water sport activities and a fabulous spa behind me. A really great spot for any small group. I'm finishing off my journey today of the Vaal River with a cocktail on the deck. Among the amazing conference and meetings venues that I've seen along the river today, I've been able to experience jet skiing, spa treatments, restaurants, wild game, and even conferencing on the boat. It's been really exciting and definitely an experience that I would recommend for any delegate to come down here. I'm here in the Tshwane region, and Jacob, the Executive Director for Tourism here, is with us. Jacob, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
Great. Tell me a little bit about the area and what you have to offer in the Tshwane region for conferences and events.
Currently, Tshwane has a diverse a number of conference venues that we can offer to different types of events that one can bring in the city here. Currently, we are sitting here at the CSIR, which is the biggest currently in our city, that can host 700 conference delegates now, but others do have conference venues that can house between 10 and 350.
There's 8 of those throughout the region.
Most of our accommodation facilities do have conference facilities, hence mentioning a point that they vary in size and they can accommodate different kinds of conferences that one can bring into the city.
Jacob, tell us a little bit more about this area. What is there to see and do for a conference delegate that's coming in to do something here?
Tshwane, together with Gauteng, Blue IQ, there will be a big 5 game reserve that will be opened in the northern side of Tshwane. That will also give that opportunity for delegates to do game driving. But currently, we do have some nature reserves, like your Groenkloof Nature Reserve, where they can do a game drive, where they can also do their braai or do their fishing there. You see, as part of their,
activities
extra times and activities that they can do when they are around here.
Great.
We also encourage, township tours for them to start to understand, the culture when they are here.
The last stop on my journey is the Santon Business District. As well as a great conference centre, this place is everything that a delegate could require, with everything from malls, restaurants and fine accommodation. Let's go and meet Corinne now, who's going to show us around. Hi Karen, nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you.
I believe you're going to show me around?
Absolutely.
Let's go. So tell me what this place has to offer.
Well, there's a whole plethora of things really. It's been going for 10 years. We started in 2000, and for the last 10 years we've actually had an enormous amount of success in terms of international business, in terms of local business, exhibitions. As you can see, we're currently in an exhibition hall. The
great
centre
space.
really, it's a great space.
Yeah.
It's 5,500 square meters. I mean, the entire building is based on 8 levels, so it's
That's what's so
different.
unique about this place.
Very,
And great,
very
this is
unique.
one of the only convention centres that I know that has separate exhibition space and the conference space upstairs. It's really unique. It's a great offering for any client.
I think it's very good on both levels because we have a lot of convexes, so the space works quite well for them. But also, to try and maintain that sophisticated business feel which we have upstairs, which works incredibly well. And then we obviously have our exhibition, which is for our consumer and our trade exhibitions on a different level. Yeah. So it really has worked quite well over the years.
Very lucky.
Very lucky indeed, yeah.
Gauteng really is a truly memorable province. Over the last couple of days, I've been able to experience everything from hip inner city culture to beautiful countryside and loads of unique interactive activities that everyone can participate in. Gauteng has been a truly memorable experience.
Remember when every outing was a journey, and every journey was an adventure? The world was new, and you were its explorer. A world that went on for infinity, and the possibilities were endless. Remember when flying was easy? South African Airways brings the world to Africa and takes Africa to the world.